5 minutes in a waiting room feels like an hour. 2 hours playing a game feels like 5 minutes. The clock didn't change speed, your brain did. Somewhere behind your eyes, there's a clock, but it's broken. It has always been broken. Remember your first day of school? It lasted a lifetime. Now entire weeks vanish. Monday bleeds into Friday, and you barely notice. This isn't poetry. It's a measurable, repeatable glitch in your neural hardware, and nobody warned you about it. For most of history, time was simple. The sun rose, the sun set. We built sundials, water clocks, hourglasses, then mechanical clocks, then atomic clocks, accurate to 1 second every 300 million years. But inside the human brain, nothing even close.
Neuroscientists spent decades searching for a single master clock in the brain. They never found one. Instead, they found dozens of tiny timekeepers scattered across different regions, each counting at its own speed. Your brain doesn't measure time, it constructs time, from memory, from attention, from emotion, and that construction is shockingly easy to break. But this was only the surface. In the 1990s, researchers stumbled onto something strange. They gave rats a chemical that boosted dopamine. Those rats overestimated how much time had passed. 30 real seconds felt like a full minute. Block dopamine? The opposite. Time crawled. Now think about your phone. Every notification, every like, every new video, a tiny hit of dopamine. Your phone is a dopamine machine, and dopamine makes your internal clock sprint. So hours vanish, not because time flies when you're having fun, because your chemical clock is racing too fast to keep count. But fear does the exact opposite. When the amygdala fires, your brain's alarm system, it switches to high-resolution recording.
More detail per second, more data stored. Compare that to a calm afternoon, barely any frames at all. People who survive car crashes say time slowed to a crawl. It didn't slow down. Their brain just saved more footage, and more footage replays as more time. This is the real equation. Time is not seconds, time is memory density, which finally explains childhood. When you were small, every single thing was new. Every moment got recorded. When everything becomes routine, your brain stops pressing record. Your childhood summers lasted forever because they were packed with firsts. Your adult years collapse because they're filled with repeats. But this was only the surface. The gambling industry understood time distortion before neuroscience had a name for it. No windows, no clocks, constant light, oxygen pumped in through the vents. They didn't want just your money, they wanted to erase time itself. Now the same trick lives in your pocket. Infinite scroll, autoplay, no natural stopping point. App designers don't track minutes of use, they track perceived minutes. If they can make 1 hour feel like 10 minutes, they have stolen 50 minutes of your life, and your brain thanked them for it.
So here is the question nobody asks. If time equals memory density, then 1 week crammed with new experiences is literally longer than a month of routine. Not metaphorically longer, longer in the only way that matters, in how much living you actually remember. People at the end of life rarely say, "I wish I had more minutes." They say, "I wish I had more memories." Your brain can't tell time, but it can tell richness, and richness is something you choose. Every new path, every uncomfortable first, they don't just make life better, they make it longer.